Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DotaPit League Season number 3 group stages. We are into game number 2, our second game of the group stages, and what a series to start off with. Fire Dota, the NA boys, +1 versus NiP, the Swedes, who had a very solid first game here in this 2-game series. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you got your Dota pants on. We've got a game for you. We've got some action going on. NiP versus Fire, game number 2, presented by HighGroundTV. My name's Mont. With me today, a slew of people here. We have 5 people in this mumble chat, Skype call, if you will. We have, of course, as always, the joke master and statsman extraordinaire, Mont Pax. We've got our production man, the handsome Pimp Muckle. Gerg is hereby as well. I don't know what he's doing. He's off in the corner somewhere. And, of course, my co-caster, the pleasant as always, F4L. How the hell are you, man?
I'm doing very good this morning. Hopefully we can see a better game in this one. Last game was pretty dominant and standard performance coming out from NiP with that Dro lineup, and they go for something similar this game. They pick the Wisp, another hero that can just snowball out of control in the early game. We'll have to see how Fire can respond to this one as they first pick the Witch Doctor and Tidehunter.
Yeah, this is interesting. This is definitely something I wasn't expecting. The early Tidehunter pick coming out from Fire Dota, but at the same time, you talked about the out coming out for NiP. This is something that I don't know if they do this too often. Again, I haven't seen them since the qualifier, so it's been a while. I think they pick this up occasionally, though. They go for the Slark as well. The IO Slark combo, pretty disgusting.
Yeah, Slark has sort of fallen off, though, recently.
Yeah.
Not having a very good showing at DAC. Although it's a little hard to tell if that's just because the hero is bad or if the teams that were picking it were bad. It's always something you have to consider when you
We had this
see
discussion
these hero
last night.
stats.
We were just like, is it the team that's bad? Is it because they're picking Slark that they're doing poorly? You can't tell with the hero.
Yeah, it's hard to use those like tournament stats for heroes, but Slark definitely has fallen off. Where in the last patch he was like first ban, first pick sometimes for some teams. But NiP going to continue this, banning out the Ancient Apparition. I think this is a very good ban, as Wisp and Slark both have healing, and the Enigma as well, making sure they don't get hit by all this AoE team fight with the Ravage, the Black Hole, and banning out a jungler as well. So both of the main junglers now banned out in this game with the Chen and Enigma.
Yeah. You're absolutely right about, I think the A is a huge ban for NiP, and then the Enigma as well. It's like, you don't want to relocate into a black hole. You're just like, oh, I guess we're dead now. I guess that's just happening.
I mean, they do have the Witch Doctor, which is very nice against the relocate. If you can get the cask off, it's almost like getting ravaged at that point, if you're standing next to each other. Like
an Impale comes out or something like that if you have a Nyx Assassin. It's the same kind of thing. Never heard a cask be called a Ravage, though, but I see what you're saying. Well, there's another pick coming out pretty soon for Fire. The ban coming out on the Dazzle. And
so what do you
go for here if you're Fire?
If you're Fire, they have so many options. You could go for something like a Shadow Fiend, I think is very strong, especially against these two heroes. Shadow Fiend does very well against Slark. You have the AoE damage. You can, hit him with raises, your ultimate while he's in his ult. Oof. And they don't have any stuns yet, so I think Shadow Fiend would be a very good pick. It also synergizes very nicely with Tidehunter. We saw a lot at DAC. If you can get the Requiem as well as an Anchor Smash off on someone, all of their base damage is just instantly gone.
They're a wet noodle at that point.
And against a hero like Slark, Slark is all base damage. Like, all of his damage comes from agility, the Essence Shift, agility, like, all of his damage is base damage, so I think the SF would have been a very nice pick, but they opt for the Lion, so we're going to get themselves some additional disable. Probably the best support, or, top 3.
He's definitely the best support.
I think he's the best support.
We talked about this last night.
You could probably make an argument for Chen, but...
Yeah, I guess so. He's, in terms of easiness to play, I think Lion is probably up there. Also, Can we just talk about this? Third pick Lion on Dire side,
yeah.
4 bans also. They went to Walmart for that pick, dude.
That was almost more value than that bat pick. Although that was a 5th pick bat. I don't know if it gets any more value than that.
The value is sky high for Fire.
It's always something we see though. Like there'll be this enormous LAN, and bat gets so highly prioritized. Like first ban, picked first every game especially going towards the finals. And then you come back, and then in the West, for some reason, this hero just gets no love. Like, it just completely evaporates from the scene, and we just don't see Bat, at all, or it's like last picked or fourth picked. And then we got Fire going to pick up that Shadow Fiend, like
Nice.
I talked about.
Good call. Nice work on that one.
Yep. I think it's a very good hero in this situation. NiP actually getting the Troll Warlord, so they're going to have some nice synergy with the Troll Sark. Sark can deal out massive amounts of damage, get additional Essence shift stacks through the Battle Trance, which is pretty important. Because once you get up to like 20 and 30 stacks, you are extraordinarily strong.
Can I just say real quick, we talked about this last night as well, but there are some ugly ass heroes in this game right now. They are just, they're not looking good here. Troll he's another awful looking one. Slark and Lion, oh dear lord. Only a face. They've got a face that only Mother could love. Yeah, Tide is just like, well, he's like a fish, dude, or so, literally a walking watermelon. That's what Tide is at this point.
I mean, he can't. He seems a little challenged, so it's a bit rude to call him ugly.
Oh my god. F4All calls Tidehunter a little challenged. Holy.
I mean, have you heard him talk?
Yeah, well. Leave the guy alone, alright? He's had a rough time.
And then NiP gonna follow that up with a Rubik pick. I actually like this pick a lot. There's a lot of good spells to steal in this game. You have Ravage, Requiem, Finger of Death, Impale, Hex, Cask, Death Ward. There's just so many spells to steal. I mean, this is
a smorgasbord, if you will.
Yeah, a smorgasbord. Definitely for Rubik. Gonna have a fun time this game, and NiP last banning the Brood yet again. Just having no interest in playing against this hero, it seems.
I don't blame them. That's not fun. That is not a fun time. Wait, didn't Fire ban it last game? Or am I crazy?
NiP banned it.
Alright, if you say so. I don't know what happened. I guess I just forgot. Either way.
Oh, wait. Oh, you're right. Fire banned it because they had the axe, and I said they didn't really need to ban it because they have axe.
Yeah. Something like that. We'll go with that. You actually just might confuse yourself here. Regardless, they go for the Storm Spirit. Is this an Ush Storm? Who plays this
most likely
hero?
going to be, yeah, it's an Ush hero. And you usually, if you have like Shadow Fiend Storm, you'll put the Storm safe lane because it's a hero that functions a bit better safe lane, and Shadow Fiend definitely a mid hero.
The immediate counter pick Doom coming out for Jonas and Fan and NiP.
Yeah, but I mean, besides this Doom, they don't have a lot up against the Storm Spirit. They have Lift. So they have Doom and Lift. These are the two disables for NiP, and if you aren't able to get the Doom onto Storm Spirit, or if you're, forced into dooming someone else, this Storm's going to be real trouble. But it's actually going to be Brax on the Storm and Ush on the Shadow Fiend.
I don't think they should be concerned about the Doom for a couple reasons. Well, for one specific reason, it's almost like if you can play perfectly as a Storm Spirit, the animation is not going to be quick enough for you to actually get doomed, which I think is how Sumail plays the hero. Like, anytime there's any animation that he could possibly get hit by, he will just ball lightning like 5 times around that hero and proceed to dodge it every single time. It's actually ridiculous what this hero can do. But
yeah, it also has to do with turn rates as well, because when you ball lightning, you can actually get your hero to turn during the ball lightning, and then Doom has to turn around. So there's some interesting interactions there as well. So, but it's going to be the Ush Shadow Fiend instead of the Storm Spirit. Pretty interesting. I wonder if if he's going to play mid this game, and Brax will play safe lane.
I think that's the only viable way.
It looks like it is going to be because he has a ring of protection.
We talked about the fact that Storm is good mid because before you talked about this last night. Before the last patch, there wasn't 2 runes every 2 minutes, but there's always that guaranteed top rune. And we saw Storm safe lane yesterday, and it worked out very well, even going bottle first. So I think it's fine. I think that's a good decision if they send it safe lane. And then Brax can go mid, or Ush can go mid, excuse me, and he'll be up against the Troll, which is not bad. Demon is behind enemy lines and more than likely dead. He gets the ward down, but at what cost? Bye, Demon. It's been nice knowing you, buddy. Oh.
So, nice first blood from NiP.
It's just that easy, man. Demon walks in wards, they'll maybe counter. He puts it on the magic bush. There's only one possible spot for one ward. They don't have sentries, though, I don't believe. They don't. I was going to say for a bottle. So actually that ward is going to get off a lot of work here early on. Jonas and Fan is going to be in the offlane, I imagine, but he'll probably rotate down to the jungle, which means he'll have only a couple of camps to work with. But what about this lane? What do you think about the offlane Doom against what they have going on with Brax and, of course, the Witch Doctor?
I think he'll do pretty well. He's actually going to just start in the jungle, not even opting to go to the safe lane. They're going to have this dual lane middle to help Ush in the early game. Make sure that they secure his first couple of souls, already up to 2.
Ooh, misses that one. We're gonna have Ush under a microscope now. Just be like, hey, you missed that CS, Ush, buddy. They're actually gonna Earthspike 8 Mother. He doesn't seem to care. He's gonna Whirling Axe, and Ush is just gonna back up. Mischance goes once onto Ush, but he's not doing bad. There's a lot of damage in this lane. That's about it, though.
Yeah, and Fluff can just rotate out of this lane now. His work is done in the mid lane. Seal Kid gonna rotate mid now, so they're...
Oh, the dual lane? Is Ush gonna get dove? No, the right clicks are gonna come out, but this is... Are they just gonna keep Seal Kid in this mid lane? Is that viable?
I think it is.
Right. So just a dual lane mid with an 8 Mother Act or a Troll Warlord?
I mean, Demon is getting zoned pretty heavily by this Rubik. Wisp can help kill Demon, but he doesn't really help with the zoning of demons in this bottom lane.
The only difference would be Seal Kid would be able to pull where the harass would be coming out from Hanskin, but since there's no camp to pull, he realizes that maybe just going mid is a more viable option. Shutting down Ush, who does have 6 last hits, yes, but is it time to dive? Whirling Axe is going to go
he could be in
Ush
trouble.
raise, but there's the overcharge coming in, and 8 Mother gets the kill just like that. It happens almost instantly, and there's just nothing you can do about it. The creep wave is under the tower. They stun him with the bash, which is pretty nice. All right.
Yeah, he still would have lived had... Actually, no, had that short raise come out, he would have ended up dying to the tower, so... fortunate bash coming out from 8 Mother. He still would have got the kill on SF before dying. But, that RNG working out for him in that scenario. And Fire need to send a hero mid to help him, because he is going to have a lot of trouble up against this dual lane.
Fluff will jungle with his illusions. The one thing I do like is that they do have the jungle for Ush to get back in the game with after he gets a couple of level 1 raises. So he has that comeback mechanic, as we often talk about. Telekinesis bottom, pounds on the Demon. Anchor Smash is going to go Fade Bolt as well. This guy's a tanky bad boy, though. It's going to be tough to bring him down. They won't be able to do so with those 2 heroes.
He actually only got Anchor onto Rubik, but looks like it was enough in that situation, not able to bring him down completely. Looks like he's going to take a quick trip back to the base. Probably buy up some boots, or maybe some regen.
He buys boots.
Yeah, boots. Boots and a TP, I imagine. Yep.
He wants to hightail it back to lane. He don't need a regen, it's fine. And they might try to stack the ancient camps for him at some point in time. Fluff has rotated back mid, so we have a dual lane versus a dual lane mid. 8 Mother Troll Warlord sitting at 11 last hits, so despite having a better lane and getting a kill, he's not that far ahead in terms of CS. Top lane's really where the action's happening in terms of creep hitting.
But at the same time, I think Jonas and Fan is doing a very good job in this jungle. If you compare the net worth of him compared to the Tide, he's nearly 1,000 gold ahead. Ooh, Fluff and Stuff making a solo smoke rotation. Knows
he's
where
gonna kill
Jonas and
Jonas
Fan
and
here.
Fan is so low in health.
He's dead.
Fluff's just gonna Earth Spike him. He's dead. Easy. Fluff walks out. Is like, damn, it feels good to be a gangster. Hanskin's just like, well, I can't do anything about that. See you later. He actually gets an invis rune, but that's easy money. Fluff is like, he's rubbing his hands together. He's like, yes.
Yeah, it also makes the Doom lose quite a bit of gold there. I think he loses about 150 to 200 gold.
Move over, Rocky. Tiny IO 6.83, 61% win rate, but Slark IO though. Ooh. Oh, telekinesis. Ush caught out. Whirling axes are gonna go. The race is gonna hit, but it doesn't matter. Nice invis rotation from Rubik.
I thought they knew that he had invis.
No, they didn't spot it out. I think.
Well,
okay,
Fluff
so
should have seen it.
No. He was here, and so all right. So when you're here,
gotcha.
you get blocked by the rock or the out, the jet, if you will. So they couldn't actually see him.
I thought he may have seen the invis, but I guess not.
If it was daytime, they would have definitely saw it, but it was nighttime, so. Yeah, it's just like, it's one of those plays, again.
Well, a day was fading, right? Because the rune was at... Alright.
I don't know, man. I'm just telling you what I see. Lion gets the kill bottom onto Era, telekinesis onto Demon. These rotations from Fluff, though, they know that this hero is very good early on in this game with all the abilities he has at his potential. And they just kill a Slark in his safe lane.
Yeah, they get a Hex off into Impale with the Gush skilled up from Demon, as well as the Anchor Smash being enough to take him down there. So, very nice early rotations from Fluff and stuff. Starting off the game 2-0. Applying a lot of pressure since, and this is what you have to do if the other team completely abandons their safe lane. One of your support heroes needs to start making some plays, or they're just going to outfarm you, like we saw last game with the jungle.
And Fluff is making those plays now. That's the difference.
Yep.
He's already killed one hero in the jungle, which is the Doom, and then of course he rotates down bottom, gets a huge kill on the Slark. I mean, these two kills are pretty big. These are the plays they weren't making last game with, say, us rotating in on the Axe. Brax, though, very quick Oblivion Staff. No treads yet, no Soul Ring, no bottle even. He's just going straight for that Orchid, it looks like. Uh-oh. Fluff, you are in trouble. Hanskin's going to telekinesis you. Spirits, Axes, Earth Spike. Trying to TP out is a good effort, but actually goes down and loses 100 gold in the process through that TP scroll, so...
Yeah, the kill does go over to Wisp for his trouble there, using the Earth Spike as well as the Hex on a Troll and then trying to TP. Was a nice attempt, and make sure that Troll at the very least doesn't get the kill. But falls in the end, uses 100 golds. Not actually opting for the Tranquil Boots, maybe gonna go straight for a Blink Dagger. Okay, never mind. Goes ahead and buys the Tranquils.
Lamau.
Not sure. He was sort of waiting there for a little bit.
Yeah, he was just
Took his
trolling
time.
him. He was just like, oh, man, F4L, he's gonna say this. And I'm gonna call him out on it. He also has
Alright.
lots of support items here, which is surprising because we talk about how you really want that Blink Dagger, but they're really prioritizing Matt's farm over Bluff's.
Yeah, I
Matt
think that's
has
a mistake.
1300.
It's sure Witch Doctor Axe is good, but Lion Blink. Not only does Lion Blink cost less, but it can make such a huge impact on the game. Can set up some ganks. The Witch Doctor ult only being good in team fights has some situational uses as well. You know, it's not always good. So I would definitely think you would want to prioritize the farm early onto the line and then transition farm towards the Witch Doctor after Lion gets Blink. But Fire having different plans this game. They do have the Death Ward now available for Mad as well as level 2 Maledict.
Ooh, nice ward placements. Seal Kid is, I don't know about that. He's gonna be able to tether. He also gets the haste rune as well. He's gonna just tether back to 8 Mother.
Yeah, so this ward right here doing a lot of work for NiP right now. Giving vision of all 3 heroes. They might even make a smoke play, but this should be fairly obvious if NiP were paying attention and clicked onto all of the heroes, knowing that they were 3, as well as having a smoke onto the Lion.
Well, they're gonna head top and wrap around, or try to wrap around on Yotis. He's
Yeah,
about to push the wave out.
this is
He shouldn't go
probably
further than this.
This is the only... Ooh, they're not even gonna get this skill. I think this... Oh.
Oh, Battle Trance nearby. Jonas fan is thinking about walking up. He's about to maybe make a huge mistake here. No. Very passive and patient play coming out from the Doom. They can still try to go on him. Cask might go. He's going to try to back up. Ball Lightning comes in. The Death Ward as well. The Earth Spike and an easy assassination. Even uses Scorched Earth for that. Hanskin's going to walk back and he's like, I need a telekinesis. He can't move fast enough to get to Brax though. But a Seal Kid with the haze trying to bring him down with the spirits. Now gets just in range of the telekinesis. Brax is going to follow, try to Ball Lightning. He buys his Oblivion Staff before dying. So at least he buys, but nice kill coming out. Hanskin's just a bit faster, it looks like, or was able to catch up.
Yeah, that's a definite win for NiP. Not only did Fire rotate 3 heroes there with the smoke, killing the Doom for your safe lane Storm Spirit, always going to be in favor of the team that loses their offlaner.
So,
and a Midas picked up for Era.
Yeah, I was going to mention this. This is, I'm not sure when he got this Midas. I don't know what the timing was. He doesn't have the most CS in the world with 54 at 10, which is not bad, but he did die once. And this is a way to just keep yourself in the game. Whereas you don't have raises like you would have for a Shadow Fiend to work with. So they have to just try to find farm.
Midas is a really good item on Slark, mostly for the levels.
Right.
You want to get that level 2 and 3 ult as soon as possible. As well as even the Echelon shift is very nice to have skilled.
Rax picks up a regen rune and immediately uses it because he doesn't have a bottle. Make sure he gets that. He's just trying to use this as best as possible. Ball lightning around the map. Not going to find the 10-minute room. He's actually just going to head all the way top, but the regen's still going.
Yeah, sadly for him, the regen was spotted out, so not going to be able to do any work with that.
He's just putting in work on the creep waves, though.
Yep. And NiP actually going for a second Midas on the Doom, so they're gonna playing very greedy, going for 2 Midases in this game. I don't believe there is a single Midas pickup for Fire.
Yeah, but they're not getting punished for it. That's the issue.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna come when you get the Orchid on the Storm.
He's not far away from that. Needs Robe of the Magi and the recipe. Also, Treads would be nice, and any mana regeneration whatsoever would be good as well. Like, he doesn't have a bottle, he doesn't have a soul ring. How often do we see that when storms go Orchid?
Yeah, bottle is very important. Like, we talk about why you used to go Bloodstone, especially on a safe lane storm in competitive play, is because if there was only one rune location, so if you use your Orchid and you kill someone and all your mana's gone, you have to go back to base, and then that slows your farm down considerably. So not opting for a bottle is just sort of strange on this Storm Spirit.
He might get one later.
Could be. Maybe after the Orchid. It wouldn't be so bad, to be honest.
He doesn't need it now, I guess. But it's just so... I guess it's so effective early on in the game that it's surprising that he doesn't get it. Regardless, though...
I mean, he was laning against nothing.
Right. So you don't necessarily need it in that situation. That's a good point. 8-Mother will pick up his Helm of the Dominator with Phase Boots already done. He also has a Quelling Blade. The only difference really right now between Fire and NiP is that Fire took the Tier 1 tower top lane. But NiP still have a 1,000 net worth lead because of the fact that they A, had a Jungle Doom, and B, have 2 Midases on their team. What about Demon? We haven't talked about him a lot. His Ancient's clearly warded with the Sentry Ward, up to 1,000 gold, has Arcanes, not doing too poorly. In comparison to the Doom, yeah, he's a bit behind, but hard to compare the two.
Ooh, they have an Alpha Wolf as well, so they're going to make quick work of Roshan.
They smoked into here, right?
Yeah, they smoked.
Okay.
Fire don't seem to have any idea that this is going on, although... Was that a ping from Fluff and stuff? I believe it was.
That was, I think it was a teal ping. I think it was 8-Mother, wasn't it? Maybe I'm crazy. That's the problem I have with the colors. It's like teal and light blue are so close to each other. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Same thing with gray and yellow.
Yeah, I couldn't tell who pinged because it was on top of a bunch of other units. But they're going to go ahead and give that over to Slark, who looks like he's working on a Yasha. Maybe going for an SNY, possibly.
That is not a bad choice. I don't know what... yeah, he's going to have the Yasha now. I don't know what era goes, generally. I don't know if SNY is his build.
No, well, Manta's not good on the hero, so...
we talked about that yesterday.
Yeah, if you want to have something to deal with disables, you just make a BKB. And you also have the Dark Pact, so Manta not really the most effective. Although it's decent against Storm, just because of the Orchid silence. Who, speaking of which, now has the Orchid completed.
He's ready to go. No treads, though. Are they on the courier?
Is that sort
his bottle? No.
It seems like a slow timing.
14 minutes of Sands, treads, and bottle, and soul ring.
Brown boots...
They're going to find Seal Kid. Oh, he's going to get that haste rune. Oh, no. Is he still dead? Raze is going to go. They need to right-click him down. They'll get the kill. 8-Mother going to Whirling Axe.
Ooh, Ush is going to be in trouble.
Ush might die here. Brax try to get to the high ground. Death Ward going in, but it's out of range, and they telekinesis it. Hanskin actually might get fingered. Zap! He gets blown up. Demon's going to walk in. He's like, I got Gush. Let's Ravage, boys. Let's try to fight. Now Troll in trouble. Ravage just connects. Anchor Smash is going to go. There's the cast as well. Bouncy to Era. Mad trying to TP out. He might make it away, and he will. They will not get the kill onto 8-Mother, but Demon in trouble. Era still Shadow Dancing. Dark Pack going to go. Gush is done, but it doesn't matter. It's a 2-for-1 exchange. Demon getting a bit antsy. Jonas Event coming through. Already used Doom on somebody. They're going to relocate in. It's just Seal Kid. They're going to tether to the Doom. Fluff is going the wrong direction. He's out of mana. He needs to buy something. He has 1,400 gold. And he loses 200 of it. Meanwhile, Pounce up on Ush.
As well.
This turned around quickly. What a crazy, wacky, wonky fight happening.
So that was very good for Fire in the beginning. They killed the Wisp. Who else did they kill? Rubik?
The Rubik, yes.
So they killed the Wisp and Rubik, but end up trading 3 lives in the end. There's a very nice cast coming up from Mad there, and a nice TP as well.
The problem was that his death ward got canceled immediately. Not that it would have done anything. It was telekinesis, and then after that they chased too far. Demon popped Ravage in 1 hero. Slark came in. There's a problem.
And I mean, he almost has an S and Y if that's what he opts to go for it. Look, only needing 300 gold right now.
That's quite good. Aeroslark 6.83. Oh god, this is why I love you, Mott Packs. 6 matches, 6 Midases, 4 Blinks, 1 S-Blade, 4 S and Ys.
Okay, so he always goes Midas, and he sometimes goes Blink with S and Y.
That's correct.
That's what we get from that.
That's pretty much. That's exactly what I got from that stat. Ladies and gentlemen, Mott Packs. What a legend. Ares gonna back away from this tower.
And up here, just continuing to push bottom. They get the first tower, start working on the second, and what is Fire trading for this pressure?
A kill on Jonas fan, maybe if they're lucky. They're gonna relocate in though. This could be a big fight. Earth Spike onto 2, cast bouncing still. They really are thinking about fighting this. Matt is actually just gonna TP away. That cast though, literally a Ravage. They just couldn't move.
Cast being super effective in that situation, although Slark still gets the bottom tower. So in the end, NiP getting objectives while Fire fail to trade for anything. No kill, no tower. Bluffing stuff in a bit of no man's land here.
Just farm this enemy jungle real quick.
I'm not too sure what his plan is. Like
this could end. This is gonna end in disaster. Oh no! Oh boy! Finger him! Oh! Oh no!
That is so odd.
I'm not sure about that.
I don't know why he's just. I can understand if he's like trying to ward, or you know, just sitting in the trees waiting for something. But he's just auto attacking neutrals, and that's just going to give away your position if anyone walks through this area.
All right. Well, speaking of the net worth for a bit, 7,500 net worth lead for NiP, 3,000 experience lead. Enough about that, though. The more important thing is, if you look at the Slark and look at his itemization, guess what item he went for?
Ooh, he went for the Mantis style.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's okay in this one specific situation where you're up against the Storm Spirit, because you don't really want to buy a BKB. Although, if you look at the... Actually, BKB is quite nice this game.
I don't think it's that bad of a choice. Us just shadowing him with an Invis rune, but they have nothing to start off with here. Era seems to know something's happening. I think he had... No, I don't know why he backed up so far. He just knew he was across the river, not the best place to be. Us comes out of Invis, pops a regen rune. BKB almost done for him. The big smoke from Demon, Fluff, as well as Brax. This could be a big fight, or it just could be Hanskin and the rest of the squad saying, hey, listen, they smoked. I don't know if they did this under the ward here in the middle lane, but that's what it seems like. Or just good game sense coming out. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say it was good game sense. And now they just make their way to the bottom lane. This is just a very passive game. I mean, a very passive game that NiP are dominating at this point.
Although teamfights could get a bit easier for Fire, as Mad is only... He has his Aghanim Scepter completed at 19 minutes on the support Witch Doctor.
Level 1 damage, not the best, but it's something to work with.
I mean,
if you can get him level 11, it'd be nice.
Yeah, it's still quite nice, though, with the Scepter. If you look... It gives... So it's the same as level 2 if you didn't have Scepter, but it gives you the bounces.
The biggest thing that surprises me is that Demon, he's like lower level than Matt is at this point. In the off lane as the Tidehunter, yeah.
He does have his mechanism, but... I mean, not the mech, Blink. I think mech's a bit better on Tide in general. You can make an argument for both, but Blink not paying off so far.
Fastest Witch
Fastest
Doctor
Witch Doctor
Ags
Ags.
of 6.83. I wonder if it's the fastest in general. It's not like Ags was being picked up that long before this.
Probably not. I'm sure it's on like Zai or something. When they used to pick it a lot.
Like one patch ago was like, that's when it feels like Witch Doctor was actually being played. Like last patch. For the first time in a while. Actually, I don't know when this hero started getting picked like all the time. But it's pretty fast Ags coming out for the Witch Doctor. Sitting at level 10. He's getting close to level 11. Ush is going to have his BKB completed now with a Yasha as well. And NiP just split up the map. They keep Aaron and Steel Kid together because that's your combo. Your relocate, gank, squad. And fastest ever at 16:45 by J4 of the Power Rangers. Not maybe the hero or player you'd expect it on.
That is very fast, though. We go ahead and take a look at Brax. It was against Complexity. Is that some shots fired?
Yeah, I think that's a shots fired.
He said, well, it was against Cole.
Damn, get him.
Got him.
Get him, Hot Packs. All right, you wanted to look at Brax. I'm looking at him.
I was just saying, what item do you think he's going to go for next? Maybe a Bloodstone?
That seems to be the general choice for Storm Spirits. Do you need a BKB this game? You're already get doomed anyways. You can go Awakened Sphere, I guess.
You don't go BKB this game.
I think Lickens or Bloodstone, one of the two.
I think it's going to be a Bloodstone.
There's a lot of options here.
The Doom has Aghanim Scepter now completed. They're going to do tons of damage. Needs a Blink Dagger, though, if he wants to get off a nice... It's very difficult. Like, he can't Doom the Storm without a Blink. I wouldn't think. Although they might be able to... They're going to try to smoke. Possibly lift into Doom.
Yeah. They're probably going to get it. Brax is... Oh, wow. He had the longest time to work with there, and he still is dead. I'm surprised he didn't ball lightning. Hanskin jumped out. He saw him immediately. He did not ball lightning out.
Yeah, that was very awkward. Maybe thinking that... I mean, you can't think he's alone in that situation.
No, I don't think so. That's just... It seems like a misplay there. Unfortunately for Brax, he'll go down. Roshi's going to respawn in 10 seconds. Which, that seems like it's a pretty long respawn time. Maybe not. It's about average.
Yep, and Jonas and Fan probably going to pick up his Blink Dagger right now. Has the gold for it. Are you going to get that from the side shop?
That doesn't go to the side shop.
Maybe he's not going for a Blink.
Refuses. Top lane. BKB. Ush is going to man up onto Slark. Air's just going to walk away. He is not in any trouble whatsoever. Although Ush does have a haste rune.
He forced the Blink, or the BKB as well, so...
Ush with Shadow Fiend with a haste rune looks really cool sometimes. It's like he's flying or something. His hands behind his back. Zoom! Just flies across the map. It's the little things in life that make me happy.
You mean like Syllabears with haste runes?
Yeah, man. Like, just Dota's a fun game sometimes. Can't wait until we have that freaking puppy in the game.
Alright.
Great.
What is this Doom gonna go for?
Shadowblade.
Shadowblade. Alright. I think this is also a decent choice. It allows him to kill these split pushers much easier, especially the Storm. Because it is possible to react to a Blink Doom, but a Shadowblade Doom is impossible to react to unless you have detection.
Oh, and top lane, Era and Ush. Requiem is going to go. Era's going to get blown up. He was not expecting the Requiem damage. Maybe he didn't see the animation going. That was interesting. Not sure if that was necessary.
Yeah, that's why Shadow Fiend is so good.
Doom onto Brax. Jonas fan is going to get Anchor Smash. They're going to relocate in with Steel Kid. Ravage is going to go onto 2. Death Ward is going to bounce between the two heroes. They do get level death off. Now the Whirling Axe is coming in. They were so close to getting both of those kills. The overcharge. Demon and Mad, they feel robbed at this point. But the finger goes. They blow up the Jonas fan Doom. They're going to turn their attention maybe to 8 Mother Heat BKBs. Cast the bounce, but it doesn't work.
HP.
Hanskin, goodbye. Fluff with a double kill. Nice fight coming out from Fire there.
Brax surviving with 10 HP after that Doom finished. Wow.
Well, that was quite the fight. And with that being said, we are going to, for the first time ever, throw it over to Pitmunkle with that replay. Pitmunkle, what's up? Well, we still need a second or two, actually. Hold on. Fluff, what are you up to? That was actually an interesting fight, though. They just blew up.
I imagine it was a mistake from NiP.
Well, we'll look at it again. We're gonna send it over to Pinnacle.
Yep.
Alright, so this is gonna be our instant replay feature here. So this is gonna be the fight breaking out. Jonathan coming in with his newly purchased Shadow Blade. The Doom is going up, and well, as everyone already mentioned, this is gonna be way too much damage actually coming up from the Ravage, from the Death Ward, but somehow they actually keep everyone alive. It's pretty much a mystery. Jonathan is still going pretty damn strong. Demon gets in the end brought down just by the casual right clicks, and well, that's a really nice finger, just finishing up the deal, but I think it's just Fire doing so much work with such little they had. Even though this was a nice relocate, I still feel like NiP kinda salvaged the situation quite accordingly, but I mean, boy oh boy, that was a crazy fight.
Well, with that being said, Pitmunkle, thank you for the instant replay feature. We're back into the game. Roshan was taken down in the meantime, by the way, in case anyone was wondering. Regen picked up for Seal Kid. So with that fight, the gold graph dips back and down in favor of Fire to a certain extent, although it's still about 8,000 lead for NiP. So I mean that fight doesn't do much to actually give them that big of a lead or help that much, but it's something to work with at this point. Although again they lose Roshan, which I think is the biggest thing. That fight felt bigger than it was.
Yeah, it didn't matter too much. If they had gotten the Storm there, that actually probably would have been a fairly even exchange for NiP. But, like I said, Storm living with 10 HP. Actually, is going to go for a Lincoln Sphere now. I'm just trying to think if you're Shadow Blading and you level Death Doom, I don't know if you can, I'm sure it's possible to react, but is it probable? Just because it's so unexpected.
It's all about those fast fingers, man.
Well, think about it. Like, if someone comes out of Shadow Blade and he level Death Dooms you, if you have knowledge that it's coming, it's much easier to react to it. But
Fluff, initiate, Era getting caught out. There's the Orchid, the finger. Oh, the Orchid out! He had 10 HP. He had 10 HP. Oh my god, they're robbed. They got frickin' robbed. What a play.
It's one of the huge strengths of Wisp, being able to relocate someone out, save them from near death. Era barely making it out alive there. He did have the Aegis, but that is not where they wanted to spend it.
And Ush gets doomed. Level death goes out. Ags is going to keep him pretty low. They're going to Voodoo Restoration him. He might actually live.
He's going to live because of Voodoo Restoration, unless...
Oh, unless they jump on him.
He gets back into range.
Whirling Axes, it hits. Is it enough? He's so low. The courier goes down on the dire side. Cask's gonna go. Demon has no mana for Ravage. They jump in. They actually killed Ush. Era now going to work. Another fight breaking out here. Shadow Dance goes. Brax trying to ball that away. He will get out in time. There's gonna be the tether out. 2 dead. That's gonna be it. Just like that. They kill 2 heroes. They jump in. They jump out. Boom. Dunzo.
Yeah, so very nice fight from NiP. Getting the Doom off onto Ush. Very difficult to deal with this Shadow Blade Doom unless they have sentries littered around the map. It's going to be hard for these fire heroes to split push or try to farm by themselves. Doom, like the Shadow Blade, it's more effective at killing the split push heroes than Blink is, but it's less effective in team fights because they can have sentry ward placements.
Jonas and Fan getting caught out. Orchid up, relocating. Shadow Blades as well. They're going to try to fight this bigger spike, but gets Dark packed it off. Seal Kid's still going to work. Level death. They blow up that poor line. Brax is like, I'm out. Peace. Era's still thinking about fighting here. Relocate done in 2 seconds, but they leave him. Absolutely. 8 Mother comes in. Bash. Ravage is going to go. The Death Ward now. What can they get done with this? They get 1. They're about to get 2. The Bash comes. They will take him down. 3 dead on the side of Fire. Era jumping in for Demon. He's going to get right-click down. He'll still be alive. Essence Shift stacks up to 16. Dark Pact blinks out. They're going to take down the tier 2 tower now. And that Death Ward almost did work. It just wasn't enough.
Yeah, they just don't seem to have enough damage. Like, something always goes slightly wrong for Fire, even though these Death Wards have done tremendous amounts of damage, almost looking like they're going to turn the fight. Unfortunately for them, in both of these situations, Death Ward not enough. And NiP come out victorious yet again.
Ush gets doomed up again. He's going to survive for the time being. He'll probably stay alive as he heads back to the well.
Gonna barely live his... Yeah, he should make it to the wall.
I mean, but at this point, NiP are systematically just taking down tower by tower, fight by fight. They're taking control of this game.
That's so annoying for him, though.
You just go all the way back to the wall and just wait, like, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, Liquid Sphere could be good for that specific reason alone. There's a BKB on the Doom, so, like, even with the Vortex coming in from the Storm or, like, an Earthspike or a Ravage, just not available anymore. They're just getting more and more items at this point. They have a 15,000 net worth lead accrued, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down or stopping anytime soon.
Yeah, and I think Fire can still win these teamfights. The Refresher is starting to come out for Demon, getting pretty close to that. We've seen how much this Death Ward can do in teamfights, so if they can combo the Refresher Ravage with the Death Ward onto NiP, I think they still have a shot in these fights.
Demon, down bottom, anchor smashing. Just pushing up the lane. Yeah, I agree with you. I think that the biggest thing is the Refresher like you talked about. But I'm not even sure.
It sets up for an easier Death Ward as well.
They can doom him though, that's the problem. Like, that's the issue.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, they find Fluff. He's gonna get level depth and just die to Scorched Earth and right click. They relocated, not even necessary. Demon is trying to TP away. Bash, bash, bash. Oh, wow, really? Okay.
Well, I mean, it was only 4 right clicks. It is a 10% bash. So, one of the most unlikely bashes in the game.
Ush is going to just TP away from Era, who does not have a basher. There's the... Okay, so that's actually huge that Demon survived. He goes down, that Refresher Orb does not get completed.
And Era actually buying... Oh, he's actually going back for a BKB. So, knowing that the way for Fire to win is with a double Ravage... Not wanting to let that happen. Opts for the safer choice in the BKB instead of something like a Basher, which is more commonly seen on Sark.
He's going to be difficult to kill, and he's going to go into Brax. He has no Basher, he has no Abyssal Blade, he can't lock him down. Brax stays to man fight for a second longer, but...
He can be very annoying, though, and force Brax back to base.
Yeah.
And it just seems like this is sort of what they're doing this game. They're just going on these heroes. They don't even care if they kill them. If they can just send them back to base, they get so much map control. And Fire don't really have anything to respond. You know, maybe if they go onto the Shadow Fiend or the Storm while Tide is behind them, they might be able to set up a nice counter gank with Ravage, maybe even with the Lion sitting behind them. But it never just... Even when they did it in the top lane, like this was when they really tried to do that sort of counter play. It didn't work out for them. Era barely surviving with that nice relocate from Seal Kid.
Oh, yeah. That was quite the initiation.
It's been a rough game for Fire.
And, I mean, it just seems like everything that could go wrong is going wrong at this point. They have one decent fight bottom, and that's been it for the most part.
Yeah, they're probably going to force Ush to use his BKB here as well.
He still is dead, I think, anyway.
Oh, my. That troll ult. Plus the overcharge, I mean, that attack speed is absolutely ridiculous.
He does 200 damage now. They doom Demon. Oh, what a disaster. He's not going to be able to get his Ravage off, or either of them for that matter. Seal Kid's going to fall maybe, but at this point, Demon's already dead. He doesn't have buyback. And the Ball Lightning TP comes out. Well, just one of those situations where...
Yeah, Tide no buyback as well.
Maybe a tier 3. Roche is not up yet for another minute or two. Air will go to work on the tier 3 tower with 15 stacks of Essence Shift. He was looking for Brax or somebody.
Oh.
Air's going to get caught. Orchid comes out. Level death to break the Lincoln Sphere. And Era is so close in it. He shadow dances at the last second. They almost got that kill. Oh my god, how did he live?
There was that cast, though, acting sort of like a Ravage. Stunning those two heroes for what seems like 3 seconds. But it's going to be a Rax for NiP. And like Moppak said, the Doom actually breaking the smoke, but unfortunately no one on Fire had detection. That seems like such a misplay. When you have a Doom with Shadowblade, his biggest weakness is that if you have a sentry placed and he walks into it, you can just blow him up. because he can't, if you hex him, he can't use the BKB. You can just chain stun him, you know, deal a bunch of magic damage, blow him up. But they have no detection on any of these heroes.
Maybe, would you say that Mad might need to invest into a gem instead of that Blink Dagger? Would you think that would be a better decision at this point in time?
Yeah, I mean, the Blink is kind of nice, but I also think a BKB... Actually, I guess only Lift cancels Death Ward, right? So Blink is probably the better item.
Well, level death. But
oh, level death as well.
Yeah, that's it. Fluff is going to find 8 Mother, who doesn't BKB, but he gets telekinesis. He's going to put on the high ground. No. He's still dead anyways. Doom comes out. That'll be on to Mad. Maybe not the right target, but, well, I mean, it's not going to matter. They're going to lose the fight regardless. Demon is forced to TP away, and he's not going to make it out in time. Again, no buyback. The deny comes out from Brax on to Mad.
Yeah, that
but
should
it's
be
certainly the
another
beginning
set
of
of
the end, I
racks.
think.
Are they just going to go for Roche?
I think they finished Roche off and then just try to...
Yeah, they're going to go for Roche. Yep. Ush now completing his MKB, so going to be doing a bit more physical damage. Although that doesn't seem to be the problem. The problem is surviving through these. Like, when Sark goes in, he can just go on Shadow Fiend, blink, just start wailing on him, and pop his BKB, and no one can save him.
Yeah, the Brax got her spikes. Hanskin's going to get jumped on. He's probably dead. Orchid?
Oh, the bash!
Oh, he's not dead. That raise missed. Are you serious? That bash, though. Brax is like, I just can't win. Air misses his pounce onto Ush. He's still going forward. He's going to try to take down these Mantle Illusions. Refresher is done for the Doom, who's making his way all the way back home. He could bots into the bottom lane. I think he wants to regen his mana first and foremost, then he'll come into the bot lane.
Yeah, and I mean, this is a situation where Shadow Blade's a bit weaker when you're going for these base pushes. You can't really Shadow Blade into Doom someone.
Unless you take down a tier 3 tower, and they have no sentry. That's a possibility with how this game is going. Fluff is going to jump in Earth Spike. The Dark Pack comes out. Telekinesis. Fluff, goodbye. Finger does get off. Buyback from the Storm Spirit. Mad, though, getting blown up. No buyback. Ush is going to get right-click down as well. Bash coming through from 8 Mother. No second bash. Ravage finally going. Era is able to Dark Pack that off and Shadow Dances. Demon does not get his second Ravage. He actually already used it. Demon's going to get right-click down. Era going to work. Demon's Dunzo, McDunzo. 4 dead. Doom onto Brax for good measure. Will they dive the well? Oh, yes, they will. That's a dieback. 5 dead. GG is called. NiP with a solid 2-0 performance over Fire here in our first series of DotaPit Season 3. Woo.
Yeah, very convincing win from NiP to take the series 2-0, coming all the way from the qualifiers, showing that they are a team to watch for this season. 2 very solid performances. They were dominant in this series.
750 GPM per Era.
Yeah.
Midas, though. What an item.
Definitely a solid game from Era and Seal Kid, I would say. Like, this dual mid lane just completely shut down Ush on the Shadow Fiend. I don't think Storm Spirit got enough from the safe lane. Probably should have had an Orchid a bit faster, although he did have 2 deaths that were just like unfortunate ganks. A lot of things going wrong for Fire that could have gone better, so hopefully they can shape up their play and have a better showing in their next series.
Well, that's going to do it for us today here on DotaPit, but fret not, we have more matches coming for you in the near future. Of course, today was our first day of group stage play, and got off to an interesting foot. Again, we'll have more stuff for you in the near future, hopefully, but again, I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Our next series is scheduled for the 16th of February. We have 3 of them on that day, 6 games total, starting out with Alliance versus Vega, followed up by Team Empire versus Virtus Pro, finishing off with Asus Polar versus Team Tinker. So some seriously good matches that day. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, our first day of group stages is done. I want to give a shout out to everybody here on the production crew for HighGroundTV. Montpax, our stats man. Follow him at Montpax. What is Hip? Greg, obviously, for making sure everything went smoothly at What is Hip TV. My co-caster at F4L Dota. Our production man, Pitmunkle, which I believe is at Pitmunkle. I don't know. I think it is. I'm pretty sure. He changes it around occasionally. Yes, it is at Pitmunkle. Nice. We did it. We made it. And, of course, as always, you can check me out at ModDota on Twitter. Make sure you check out DotaPit.com for more information. The ticket/compendium Go ahead and check it out in the Dota store, $9.99. Of course, this is DotaPit Season 3 by G2A.com. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you all next time. Have a fantastic evening.